think we just lost our cameraman. Hey, you want to get back on? Hey everybody, it's Charlie Epstein and welcome to Business in Booths at the wonderful Center Square Grill in booming downtown East Longmeadow, Massachusetts. Hey everybody, Charlie Epstein here at Business in Booths, and today we're doing something a little bit different. As you can see, I'm in a golf cart and not in a booth at Center Square Grill in East Longmeadow. Today we're actually interviewing our good friend Atilio Cardaropoli. Attilio bought this golf course, Twin Hills Country Club here in Longmeadow, Massachusetts 10 years ago out of bankruptcy, and has turned it into probably one of the top golf courses here in Massachusetts. It is a real gem, and we are so privileged today that we're going to pick him up in the golf course and take a tour of the club so you can learn more about this wonderful property called Twin Hills Country Club here in Longmeadow. Attilio, good to see you.
Same here.
Boy, you picked a beautiful day to do this, huh?
Sure is.
Great?
It's perfect weather for
perfect weather. And last night you had the fireworks here.
Fireworks, yes.
Now, how often have you been doing the fireworks here at the country club?
Oh, that's a tradition that goes back about 30 years now. Every year around the 4th, we shoot off a real nice display of fireworks right on our driving range.
We were here last night. It was absolutely fabulous. And course looks immaculate. I was playing yesterday. You had a tournament this weekend, right?
We did have a tournament. We usually have a tournament every couple of weeks, and it worked out well.
Yeah, it's great. So where should we go? Take us around so we can see the property. I've been telling our viewers about how 10 years ago you bought the property from bankruptcy, right?
Yes, yeah.
You by yourself?
By myself, that was it. One of those moments that I made a decision, that's it, and went forward.
And now you're looking back with glory, though. But I bet in those days it was probably pretty rocky. Where should we go?
It was hectic. We can go right to the first hole and start playing.
All right. So how many members are there right now?
We have 300 golfing members. That's where we'd like to be the whole time.
Yeah.
We usually don't go over that, and we stay pretty close to it all the time.
Fantastic. We got the first hole. We got somebody out there already. Did you bring your clubs?
Everything is, clubs are fine. My balls are good. Everything's all set. A couple extra balls just in case you lose them.
All right, so we got the first fairway, right?
First fairway, everything's green.
Par 5.
Perfect.
But you did a lot of work, right? I mean, you cleaned out.
We've done so much work. Every year we take on a big project. So for the last 10 years, every year a major project is undertaken, and we have another one scheduled for next year.
What's the big project this year?
Well, this coming year we plan on doing a lot more drainage work, and also on hole number 2, we're going to be doing the sand traps over and extending the fairways and cut down some more trees, and always something.
I am so happy. You have cleaned out so many old trees, so much of the shrubbery, I mean, like over here used to be all overgrown. Every time I would hook a ball, you know.
Over the last 10 years, we've probably taken down at least 2,000 trees here.
Wow.
And you don't even notice it.
Wow.
And we'll probably have to take out even some more because they keep growing.
Yep, absolutely, absolutely. All right, well, let's jump back in, and where should we head off to?
Wherever you think now.
Well, any hole you want to show off that you've done quite a bit of work on?
Well, probably the one that has a few flowers in, probably the 18th hole right there.
Yeah, I'll circle back. Let me just come down around this way.
There you go, that way.
All right. Yesterday, I almost parred the 9th hole here. I had to chip off the green.
Yeah.
I haven't had a par in I don't know how long this year. It's like a painful process. I'm not sure.
Had your hole-in-one yet? No?
No. My dad had 2 hole-in-ones here at the course. I think his name is still up on the wall.
Well, we just had to make all new plaques for the hole-in-one because they were getting all filled.
Too many hole-in-ones.
Too many hole-in-ones.
That's unbelievable. So we got the putting green. We got the fairway to the 10th hole, right?
10th hole there.
With the fountain.
Chipping area.
Mm-hmm.
Practice bunker area.
Yep.
Got the patio and 19th hole in the bar up here.
Oh yeah, you did a lot of work up there. We'll go check that out after we ran around a little bit. But you cleaned all this out. I mean, prior to where that flower bed is, I mean, that was like
There's all kind of arborvitaes that lined this whole area and enclosed it like a horseshoe, so you couldn't see in or anything, and there was no air movement. And
so is this your doing? I mean, are you the one that's kind of saying, Mike, the groundskeeper, we need to start clearing this out, or? There's
a few of us, myself and Mike, and we have a
That's Mike Morawski, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he's done a fabulous job.
He certainly has. He's doing a great job for us.
Hard worker.
Yeah. And we also have a course designer that comes in on a yearly basis, and he gives us ideas of how to improve the course and everything. So that works out really well. It's a fellow's name is Stephen Kay. He's probably done over 100 courses over in the United States, all over the country.
That's great. Yeah. That is fantastic. Yeah, so this got all cleared out. And, oh, I think we just lost our cameraman. Hey, you want to get back on? No pressure.
Yeah.
Shh, no pressure. She's got to make a big putt. Making a big putt here right now. Oh, look at that. Well, she attacked that pretty well.
Yeah.
Especially with a, drop down. This is my other favorite par 3. We got to go back and, because you cleared out a lot. Now, I'll bet you this other par 3 is the most hard par 3, right?
It is, yes.
God, now I don't feel special because...
The other nice thing is we have 2 full-size bathrooms, men and ladies room on the course.
Yeah, you do.
No houses here.
Yeah. Did I ever tell you that famous story? When my father was president at Crestview.
Yeah.
Or it might have been here at Twin Hills when I was growing up. The women were complaining that the men were peeing on the golf course.
Right.
So my father said they, called a big meeting and everybody had to come in and vote, and they took a vote and it was unanimous. And they voted that the women could pee on the golf course too.
That is a good one. I'll have to keep that one in mind, yeah?
That's a true story. I remember I think I was like 9 or 10 years old, my father telling that story, shaking his head, dealing with stupidity like that.
Certainly wouldn't do that and get away with it today, huh?
No, times are different. All right, so So actually, this trap is a little bit of a reminder of being in Scotland, right? Because it's one of your biggest traps.
One of the largest traps, yes. It was done over, and we took out probably about 100 trees right in this area.
Oh, this was a mess. Yeah. This was just unbelievable.
And now it's picture perfect. Yeah. Everything's green. Not a blemish on any of the greens.
It's amazing with all the rain that we've had that you've been able to do this. That's definitely a testament to the work the grounds crew has been doing.
The Mike does a fabulous job.
Yeah, he's a great young man. All right, so now we're coming up to
6th hole right here.
I'm sorry. I know the 7th is the highest handicap, right?
The hardest handicap hole, right?
But this hole, to me,
is long, and also the 5th hole.
Yeah, these 2 holes are just.
Yes. Well, when you have.
to get on in 2.
You're right. 5, 6, and 7. Those 3 tough holes. Once you get away from them, you're all set.
Right.
It's tough getting through them.
And they're back to back to back. I always wondered why this was never a bathroom.
Here's our superintendent, always working his butt off.
What do we got out here?
Sure, everything's
perfect. Speaking of the Devils, come on over. We were just raving about how great the course looks on camera. And here's the 2 guys. Here's the reason why.
Yeah.
This is Mike Morawski. He's the head of the grounds and the beautiful job that's being done here, our superintendent.
Not without the help of one of my assistants, Matt. So you're only as good as who you have, and Matt is a great asset to our staff.
I can tell. What's he doing right now?
We're just checking out, we're kind of examining some of the grass before we head into this hot spell next week. So the POA, which is the annual bluegrass, it kind of gets a little yellow when it gets hot. So we're just making sure it'll last this next week here.
So you've gotten through the rain and amazing maintaining this, and now you got to deal with 90-degree heat.
The problem with the POA is it's used to being wet. So when it gets this hot spell, it just doesn't know what to do, and it kind of just pukes out, if you will.
Yeah. Well, you've done an amazing job.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, my game hasn't kept up with the quality of the course.
That's the trouble with all of us. Huh?
But we're out there working on it every day. Yeah, it's fantastic. Thanks.
Thank you.
I mean, it's amazing. People take for granted.
Yeah.
They just, right, as a member, you come out and you go, oh, right, grass looks good, grass looks bad, but what it takes to understand, you know, how the grass grows, how it's affected by wind and rain and sun.
The worst part, they say, is when we have hot nights
Yeah.
and the grass doesn't have a chance to cool down. That's when you have most of your issues here.
Yeah.
So we try to stay on top of it and checking out the greens and send samples out to be tested to make sure that everything's in good shape so we can stay a little bit ahead of the curve.
It's a constant battle when you're, you know, it's not like you're down in Florida where you don't have to worry about snow and all, right?
Exactly.
Because in the wintertime, you gotta, I mean, I often thought about that. You know, the course closes down, the snow comes in. But that's affecting everything, right?
It does, because it makes it really hard for the crew to get out here to do any work. Like we do a lot of our tree work in the middle of the winter time. We can only do it if the ground is frozen and there's only maybe a few inches of snow.
I'm gonna sneak up to, we're gonna sneak up to the worst handicap hole.
The one that we really have a hard time.
Everybody bitches about this. It's like, this should be a par 5, it's a par 4, and they won't change it.
Well,
It's his fault.
it used to be a par 5.
I know, because it still says it on the scorecard, 4-5.
Still a par 5 for the ladies, though.
Yeah. I mean,
This is it's a long hole.
yeah, you look at this and you go, it's just a straight hole. There's a trap on either side. What could be the problem?
It's getting there. The fairway is not that wide. It's narrow, and you have to make two perfect shots to get on.
And actually, the beauty of it is if you can hit that drive right to the middle there and catch that. I mean, most guys can get over that, but for me, I got to hit that thing and let it run.
Well, for us, we need 3 good shots to get on.
I have been on once this year. I got on in 2 once this year. I mean, but
you
again,
have 2 perfect shots.
perfect drive and then a perfect second shot, you know, and that's what keeps you coming back. I think I told you I grew up here as a kid. I didn't play golf, but my father did, and he was president of the club, and he passed away 13 years ago. I'll tell you what, if he came back here today, he would be in absolute awe of how spectacular everything looks.
Well, we still have a handful of for old timers who've been here from day one.
Yeah.
You know, we have Bob Holmberg, who was president for a long time, and he was here from day one, and he still plays 2-3 times a week here.
Yep.
He's in his 90s, but he's still here.
It's amazing. You know, and you know, for me, having just taken it up seriously 3 years ago, I've met so many great people here. And then, of course, April, I got to go to Scotland with John, the pro, and play golf at some of the best courses there. You know, the old course at St. Andrews.
It is nice to see that, see Scotland, where golf originated.
Yep. And then, I'll tell you what, to come back here and just feel pumped and jazzed about wanting to play.
That's right.
Was absolutely great. So when you took it over 10 years ago, what were some of the first things that you did?
The first thing was we had to repair the parking lot. The parking lot was in real need of major improvements. It was potholes all over the place. You couldn't even drive in and be safe without getting hurt. So that was a big first step, major improvement. But then there was so much work that was deferred maintenance that had to be done. So it was a combination of, you know, every year we did some more and more improvements. That's all. And
you did a lot of work here, right, with the pool?
The pool had to be all redone over.
Now, what did you do here? You tore up all this concrete because...
Well, we're looking to expand the pool area for the kids.
Yep.
And this was the first step of moving the wall out so that now there's more room down here, and we can, you know, we're going to look at maybe putting some activities for the kids. You know, we're a kids-oriented or family-oriented, the country club, and we want as much activity as possible for the kids.
Yeah, I mean, look at this. It's a Monday and it's packed.
It's packed. Every day it's like this.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's fantastic. And then didn't you add on?
We did have a huge addition. We added on 4 new banquet rooms. So now we have a total of 5 banquet rooms that are available. So we have functions all the time here. Yeah. And
I mean, last night, how many people do you think were here for the fireworks, the dinner, and everything?
we had anywhere from 800 to 1,000 people.
I thought it was, I said it's something like 750, 800. Incredible.
Yeah, we're still counting the numbers. Last year we had 970. This year it'll probably be somewhere in that same range.
Yeah, I mean, this is fantastic. You pull up.
This, what we call the founder's room, where all the stone is, was a new addition.
Yeah.
The canopy over here, so that you're protected when you want to drop somebody off. You know, from the
Wedding anniversary. We did my mom's 90th anniversary here in the new room in the back. Yeah, let's go in and take a look. Come on, we're gonna go inside and see the facilities. But I mean, you expand, right? Because you added this.
Well, this was here,
Yeah, this room was here.
so we added that room there.
Yep, that's where we did my mom's 90th, and it was just perfect. Fantastic.
Yeah, it's a nice room, especially for golfers that have a great view to see other golfers on the course, you know, while they're in here having lunch or dinner.
Yeah.
You know, it's
And then
great.
you're right out on the patio.
The patio is what's really phenomenal
Oh.
here.
This sells it, right? And you redid all this.
This was all done over. It was all this was all grass and open to the elements. That was it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So from here, you have the best seat in the house right here. You can lay back, have a beer,
Yep.
and watch them finish off the
Put the
18th
pressure
hole.
on at 18.
There is a lot of pressure. Every time people are up there, there's always somebody here watching you, you know?
Absolutely.
But you get such a great view of everything.
And then you opened up the whole patio area here,
We
right?
did. And we're working on expanding it, maybe having an expansion on the patio.
Oh, yeah?
We're looking on having some cameras that we want to be able to sit inside and watch them finish off on the 18th hole. So
Nice.
it's about halfway done now. Should be done soon.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that.
But, I mean, how smart was this that you knew to come in, hey, I only had one function room, which meant if
Yeah.
I had a tournament, that's all I could do.
Yeah.
Now you got 5 function rooms, and you can be
Exactly.
running.
And we've had sometimes 4 or 5 events at the same time. And the members that are golfing don't even realize it because it doesn't affect them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the people having the function aren't
Yeah.
affected by
Anybody
the
else?
members having a great time.
Yeah.
And I've been here when there's a full prom or wedding or whatever it might be, and everybody is just having a great time.
Yes, and this works out well where we have music out here, live music during the summertime, like this time of the year, and we have our own outside bar here and full service, you know, and
Yep.
it works out well.
And then you got the inside bar.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
I'll take Watkins,
Yeah.
19th hole.
19, everybody's favorite hole. Come on, let's get a drink. Did you redo this?
Yes, this was half the size.
Uh-huh.
In other words, right where this wall is, right here there was a wall. And that was the extent
I
of
don't
the
remember that.
18th hole, 19th hole, yeah.
Wow. Yeah, and now you got
Then
dining on the
there was
inside.
there was a dining area in here, so we expanded this and added another dining room so that could be another function room.
Yeah, and because off of that, you got a function room, right?
That's right, yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Fantastic. Henry, the hardest worker.
Yes, yeah, today.
The hardest worker on the inside. Always making it happen. That's great.
You can see how the founder's room and
Yeah.
The bathrooms, these were all new.
Yeah, this was added. Speaking of the hardest worker.
Yes, there she is.
Speaking of the hardest worker.
What's that?
This is who makes it happen here at Twin Hills. Say hi.
Hi.
We're taking everybody on a tour. This is Lori, and she handles all the functions. Does a phenomenal job. So when there's 18 functions going on in one day,
That's her. That's right.
this is who
Always
makes it
here.
happen. Incredible job last night. Thank you.
Thank you.
It worked
Yeah.
out good, yes.
I mean, it was a zoo. How you manage it is amazing.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, it was a great time. Great time.
We added this entranceway.
Yep.
We got a small function room in here and another function
Oh
room.
yeah, this was the. Is this the founders? No.
This is the founders, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
This seats about 125 people, which is probably the most used room because most of the functions we have are right around 100. So this is big enough so that you don't feel like you're lost in the space like the big banquet room, you know?
Yeah.
It's more, more formal and intimate, you know?
Yep.
Plus we, with the other room, sometimes we'll use that as a bridal showers room or something, bridesmaids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you just got so many options.
Well, that was it. But the big thing is, what's nice is the kitchen is in the center of everything, so that it's real easy to get the food out to the membership or to the events real quick.
Yeah, which is key.
Yes.
Which is absolutely key. Yeah, because there's nothing harder than keeping members of a club happy, right? I bet
Exactly.
you thought being in the real estate business was difficult.
The restaurant business is probably one of the toughest businesses.
Oh my God. Yeah, I was an investor in a restaurant. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Allow me not to do that again. Just amazing. You have put a lot of time, energy, and money into this place. You got to be proud.
Well, everything is working out fine, so yes,
Yeah.
pretty good.
Doesn't hurt that we have the longest running economic
That helps,
success
yes. Yeah.
ever in the history of America. But I mean, when you think about it, you took the club over 10 years ago. You had how many members?
It's like 85, 86 members. That was it.
What could you possibly be thinking?
Well, the thing is, I was a member here when there was about 200 members,
Yeah.
which was their high point. I says, of course doesn't need that much. You just, if you bring it back, members will come because it's a prime location here.
Oh, yeah.
I says, most of our membership is probably within 5 miles of the club, which is great.
Yeah, I can ride my bike down the hill. Yeah. Well, there's something to be said for entrepreneurial risk taking, though, and you certainly did. It's got to be a really good feeling to see it all start to come together and pay off after 10 years, huh?
That's right. I'm looking for a few more years down the road where it says, geez, I've got everything done that I wanted to get done. I don't have to do anymore. But
Yeah, I was going to say, then what?
My sons keep saying, no, that's never going to happen. You're going to always find something to do.
Yeah.
They're probably right.
Right, which is why they're off doing what they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, you did a lot of work
Oh, yes.
cutting all this down.
Oh, this parking lot is already double what it was. And it's
Yeah.
going to be expanded again
Is that where you're doing this?
right there, yes.
So you're trying to fill that up so you can expand the parking lot?
Yeah, there'll
Oh.
probably be an additional 75 parking places pretty soon.
Wow.
And we have plenty of parking.
Yeah.
We never run, even
Yeah.
last night, people were, we're all parked in here, no problem.
This is a bear of a hole, too.
It is, yeah. Long par 5.
Yep. I finally got on this year in 3. That was a big for me.
Well, once you move up to the weights, once in a while, you might get on in 2.
I haven't done that, but on a par 5 to get on
I
in
got
3.
on once
Yeah.
in 2. That was it.
Oh, wow, that's amazing. All right, so let's turn around.
Yeah.
So now we got the entrance without getting killed by my good friend John Mayberry's trucks, who we'll be interviewing soon. All right, so before there was nothing here.
Nothing here at all.
So how did this all come about? What was in your mind in terms of sprucing up the entrance?
Well, when you drive by this place, you couldn't even tell that there was a country club or a golf course here. And that's just, you have to have a nice entryway if you're going to have events and everything here. And we came up with this idea, myself and my architect, and it came out pretty well. I'm happy with, really pleased with the way it came out.
Yeah.
And we planted all the flowers on there and everything, and now at least as you drive by, it's attractive.
Absolutely attractive. It's not only attractive, I mean, it just draws you in, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
And you know what? It's nice in that it's, well, in my mind, it's like both majestic and subtle at the same time. It's right. It's not audacious. It's not overwhelming. It's very tastefully done. And immediately you go, wow, this looks like a pretty interesting club. I better go check it out.
Yeah, now you know where it is.
Yeah. If you didn't before.
Right, yeah.
That's fantastic. Well, I think it's probably time for us to head over to Center Square Grill. We may have to change into our business clothes along the way, but why don't we head over to Bill's place at Center Square Grill and we'll continue the interview.
Sounds great.
We'll see you all there.
All right.
Let's head to the cars. All right, I have some questions that I want to ask you, and these come from one of my all-time favorite shows, Inside the Actors Studio. Did you ever watch that show?
No.
On Bravo. So James Lipton, like we're doing here today, my interview and you would interview all the greatest actors in the world. And at the end of the interview, he would ask the same series of questions. And I love the questions so much that I'm stealing them, I'm borrowing them from James in the interviews here. So let me ask you this. What's your favorite word?
Probably the best thing is the phrase where people tell me, says, you can't do it. And it's just, yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
We can't fail.
Yes.
But one of the things, my philosophy is, if you have to go in with the right attitude, it was like when I got involved with the country club, I says, if I go in there thinking that maybe it's not going to work, it probably won't. I says, I have to go in there with the attitude that failure's not an option. That's it. No matter what, you do whatever you have to do to make it work. So when you come across a problem, you straighten it out and move on.
That's great. What's your least favorite word?
No.
No.
When someone tells me, you can't do this or you can't do that.
Great. What turns you on?
Waking up every morning, knowing that I'm still around.
What turns you off?
Just a bad attitude of people that think that you can't do something.
Okay. What occupation other than yours would you absolutely love to do?
I've always wondered if I remained in teaching, how things would have progressed if I, dedicated my life and stayed there till retirement.
Interesting. And what occupation other than yours would you absolutely hate to do?
Right now, I would hate to work for anyone else. Because, once you've done something where you're in charge and you make the decisions, it's awfully tough to give that up.
Absolutely. And if heaven existed, what would you like to hear God say to you when you enter the pearly gates?
That you did a great job.
Nice.
And you did a lot for everybody else.
Wonderful. So this has been a great interview. And in all my interviews, I also love music. And we have our little jukebox here. So what's your favorite song?
Geez, Forever and Ever by Randy Travis.
Forever and Forever by Randy Travis. Let's put the quarter in. Let's find the song.
All right.
And then you and I can sing a few verses.
Okay.
Play it up, maestro.